Welcome to Bad Gear. Today we are going to talk about the HP DeskJet 3630 wireless all-in-one printer. No, just kidding. Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. Today we are going to talk about the infamous Alesis 3630 RMS Peak Dual Channel Compressor limiter with gate, or Dirty 630 as some might call it. It entered the market in the 90s and has allegedly become the most popular dynamics processor ever made. You can buy it used on Reverb.com for prices ranging from $45 to $70, but only because the name of the product does not refer to female genitalia. Fun fact, mine is missing its rack ears. I don't really want to know what this poor thing has gone through, but I can assure you that it eventually found a loving home. The unit seems to tick all the boxes. Compression ratios up to unlimited to 1, 2 independent gates, and multiple modes like peak, RMS or soft hard knee. I totally love the input-output and gain reduction metering. A nice touch when you want to impress clients or fellow musicians. On the back of the unit we can switch between consumer and pro levels, and, last but not least, there is a sidechain option for an external trigger signal. So, why are there so many people who openly hate the 3630 like it is talking with its mouth full on a first date? We have already heard the 3630 mangling the drum bus in our little intro tune. I had to boost the bass heavily in this one to get back some bottom end. To test the compressor and gate on a kick and snare drum, I downloaded some multi-track acoustic drum loops. It was kind of hard to find settings that are not necessarily worse than the original, so I tweaked the unit beforehand and matched the levels so we are not preferring any version just because it is louder. I opted for a brutal short attack, short release sound on the kick and a long attack, short release on the snare to get some extra snap. Now I will try to find some alternative settings without thinking too much about levels or clipping. Back in my FOH mixing days in the early 2000s, you could find the 3630 alongside analog Mackie and Behringer consoles. You can believe me, that's nothing to get nostalgic about. Together with AJ McG, a great British session guitar player, I tried to replicate the tune that could have been performed at your local singer and songwriter night in 2004.
It's easy to just talk about it, but some things never get old. I don't know if I could do without it in this pursuit of gold. I worked so hard, but after all of these years, all I got is some bad gear.
You can't say Alesis 3630 without saying French house. You know, Daft Punk and stuff. Maybe we can recreate some of those pumping effects that we know and love. I really like how it affects the hi-hats and percussions, but as we can hear, it does terrible things to the bass drum. To mitigate this effect, I set the wet-dry ratio to 80-20 to give the bass and transients a chance. One of the most interesting features of the unit is the sidechain functionality. I cut up some rather annoying loop from the probably most sampled song in human history and compressed it with a kick drum acting as an external trigger. Although the rough edges of the 3630 are kind of appealing, I prefer the smoother effect of the Ableton stock compressor. When using a mono trigger source on a stereo signal, you have to plug in an unconnected cable into the sidechain input of the other side. This was the only time when I had to consult the manual. The voiceovers in this video had some issues with vocal sibilance. I used an old Mackie mixer as a glorified EQ strapped into the sidechain instead of the 3630, treble and high mids full on. This way I could use the second channel of the compressor as a de-esser. Verdict: the Alesis 3630 is like certain kinds of food that you crave, and when you finally eat them you realize after a few bites that they are probably not good for you, or in this case your audio signals. Still, there are days when you know you need them. The slaughtering of bass frequencies and transients brought me close to tears, yet I totally enjoyed the rubbery flavor of the compressor when driven hard. As I am kind of old school, I would recommend using the 3630 for parallel compression in conjunction with an analog mixing console, preferably a Mackie 8-bus. Thanks for watching, see you next time. Hey guys, Florian here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section what other kind of bad gear you would like to see and hear, and don't forget to like and subscribe.